One. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Snakebite. It was a huge weekend in moccasin athletics. This is Carl. I'm James. We're going to be covering Small College Basketball Hall of Fame, soccer postseason, and huge results for men's cross country. This is the Snakebite. College basketball is back, and the Mocs open up their season hosting the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame Classic for the second consecutive year. And just like last year, the Mocs opened up the season 2-0. Saturday night, the Mocs defeated Virginia Union 79-62 and followed that up with a huge 87-82 win against the 8th-ranked nationally team in UNC Pembroke. J.D. Booth led the Mocs, putting up an impressive 68 points this weekend, including shooting just under 58% from three-point range. Alex Steen put up 29 as well, including this slam right here on a fast break with J.D. Booth. Dom Denny, Luke Anderson, and newcomers Erickson Bonds and 𝙏𝙃𝙀 𝙎𝙉𝘼𝙆𝙀 all got in on the action as well, each of them putting up double digits in the two games this weekend. Our very own Emma Lauren Poole got a chance to talk to Luke Anderson about this weekend.
As a team, we got two huge wins, one of them against the number 8 team in D2, and we did really good at just playing together and fighting through adversity. And individually, I feel like I can do better, but I did what it took to win. I feel like the biggest thing is just we have a bunch of older guys that are able to come together and want to win. None of us like losing in practice. We hate losing, so I feel like the biggest thing is everybody's set on winning. And so whatever it takes, new guys, returners, we just want to win. So that's all that matters. So this week so far, we didn't have practice yesterday. So we had a good off day after a long weekend. And now we're just going to practice as hard as we can until Friday comes. Savannah State, they're not ranked, but it'll still be a good matchup because I'm sure they want what we have. We're going to probably be ranked after this weekend, so we're going to have a target on our back. So from now on, we just have to play our A game.
And after the two wins, here's what Coach Mike Donnelly had to say about this year's team thus far at Sunday night's post-game presser.
Yeah, well, we're bigger than we have been in quite some time. We're more athletic, we're more physical, we're older as well. So, we've been in a little bit of a rebuild since the COVID situation. And, now we felt really good about the group that we have. And also, we're quicker. We're quicker on the ball defensively. And even though we gave up 82 points tonight and they shot lights out, I still thought we battled defensively. And that's what we've been kind of hanging our hat on. And we're known as an offensive team, and we'll evolve offensively. We did that throughout the game tonight. We kept making adjustments based on what we were seeing from them. And those guys were great because we keep talking about, hey, let's be a team that can adjust on the fly. But it takes these guys to execute, and the focus level was at a very high level tonight. So really, really proud of the guys.
J.D. Booth and Alex Steen were both named to the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame Classic All-Tournament team. Booth was also named the tournament's MVP for the second consecutive year, making him the first player in the 7-year history of the tournament to be named a 2-time MVP. Booth and Steen were also named the Sunshine State Conference Offensive and Defensive Players of the Week, respectively. Now the Mocs have two home games this weekend, hosting Savannah State Friday afternoon at 3:30 p.m. before taking on Auburn University of Montgomery Saturday at 7:30.
And the men's cross-country team continued to make history at the South Regional Championship in Montevallo, Alabama this past weekend, finishing second overall and advancing to the national championship. This is the highest placement for the men's team since 2013 when they won the regional meet. And during this competition, sophomore stud Christian 𝙏𝙃𝙀 set a school record for the 10K distance, running a blistering time of 30:29.7 and placing 7th overall in the competition. The top 5 after Giller rounded out with senior Owen Allen in 15th, sophomore Anthony Matthew in 19th, sophomore Christopher Colavita in 22nd, and grad student Bryson Yemnitz in 23rd, all of whom received all-region honors. In 6th was grad student Alex Guy, and 7th was freshman phenom 𝙏𝙃𝙀 𝙎𝙉𝘼𝙆𝑀, who finished as the second overall true freshman in the entire meet. Going into the competition, the Mocs ranked 4th in the region and were not expected by experts to make the national competition. Despite this, the Mocs will be competing at the national championship for the first time since 2018, November 18th in Joplin, Missouri.
And despite the women's cross-country team not advancing to the national race, they competed very well in the South Regional Championship, also in Montevallo last weekend, where they placed 5th overall in what was their final meet of the season. The Mocs still had a strong showing. Both Emma Musante and Ellie Fluman received all region honors, with Musante placing 19th and Fluman placing 23rd overall. The rest of the competitors for Florida Southern included grad student Cheyenne Young, junior Maya Stam, and a strong group of freshmen with Emma Nails Torchino, Kira Mothershed, and Grace Reed, all of whom will be returning next season. All members will have eligibility, as I mentioned, in what could be a much improved Moccasin team.
And the women's soccer team ended the regular season with a couple of disappointing results, falling 1-2 against Barry and 1-3 against number 22 ranked Florida Tech to end the regular season 8-6-3. In their final matchup of the regular season, the Mocs conceded an early 12th minute goal to the Florida Tech Panthers before responding with their own goal via Malia Brost. But after evening the game in the 20th minute, the Panthers scored a penalty kick in the 30th to go up 2-1. Following the halftime, Florida Tech continued their offensive onslaught with 11 second-half shot attempts, including the goal that secured the win for them in the 90th minute, putting them up 3-1. However, the Mocs rallied and began what could become a Cinderella story for this young Mocs team, beating number 24 and 3rd-seeded Nova Southeastern at Nova yesterday. In the win, the young Mocs showed grit after going down 1-0 in the 27th minute, with sophomore Malia Brost showing up yet again and keeping the Mocs in the game, scoring her 6th goal of the season, evening the game in the 33rd minute. Both teams went back and forth in the second half with 21 total shot attempts, 11 being from Florida Southern, but both teams stayed even at 1-1, forcing overtime. In overtime, the offensive attacks of both teams slowed, but the Mocs caught a lucky break, getting a penalty kick opportunity in the 97th minute that was taken and scored by Riley Hasegawa for her first goal of her collegiate career. The Mocs will return to action and take on the number 16 team in the country and second-seeded in the SSC, Embry-Riddle at Embry-Riddle, Thursday at 6 p.m. The Mocs beat them 1-0 earlier this year in what was a statement win, and will hope to have a similar result soon.
Last week, the men's soccer team took care of business, securing their spot in the SSC postseason tournament with a tie against, at the time, number 7 Florida Tech. In the draw against Florida Tech, Florida Southern keeper A.J. Pierce showed out yet again with 5 saves in the matchup against one of the best teams in the country and conference. The tie secured the Mocs spot as the 6th team in the conference tournament, matching them up against number 3 in conference Rollins, who the Mocs beat earlier this season in a 3-0 rout over the, at the time, number 10 team in the country, Rollins. However, Rollins came back with vengeance against the Mocs in the opening game of the SSC tournament, crushing the Mocs 5-1. In the previous matchup against Rollins, the Mocs were able to get out to an early lead and pile points onto the Tars, but in this matchup, it was all Rollins all night. They scored 2 in the first half, 4 total before the Mocs first, and the Mocs finished the season with a record of 5-6-6 for the 4th consecutive season, finishing below 500.
The Mocs volleyball team took on Nova Southeastern and Palm Beach Atlantic on the road this weekend. These matchups were crucial with the regular season winding down. At Nova, the Mocs took the match 3-1 behind Alina Djokovic's 7th double-double of the season with 15 kills and 12 digs. Mackenzie Peterman and Zoe Lowe both recorded 14 kills, and freshman setter Mary-Kate Mulvaney led the team in assists with 24. Mulvaney was really cemented herself as a crucial part of the Mocs offense this season, and will be interesting to see how she plays a part as her career continues. The next evening, the Mocs showed their depth on the offensive end, with 5 players recording 10 or more kills. Kirsten Krause recorded her 4th triple-double of the season, which gives her the 3rd most triple-doubles across all of Division II student athletes. Senior libero Caroline Chambers played a crucial role in the defense across both games, recording 34 digs over the weekend. As the regular season winds down, the Mocs will face Florida Tech and Rollins College this weekend on Friday and Saturday, respectively.
Over at the Nina B. Hollis Wellness Center pool, the number 12th ranked men's swim team dropped their home duel against the number 5 ranked University of Tampa Spartans. An IM relay team of Brandon Wilson, Ludwig Miller, Nino Vialan, and Cameron Lai Harris placed 2nd overall, and there were a number of individual podium finishes. Overall, it was a solid day for the Mocs, but they were just unable to outgun a very, very deep University of Tampa team. And it was a similar story for the number 19 ranked women. The Mocs had 2 individual event wins, though, with Olivia Miles' victory in the 1,000 free and Elizabeth Sykes in the 200 fly. But again, the number 5 ranked Spartans came out on top. Both teams will be back in action in 2 weeks at the Panther Invitational in Melbourne, Florida.
Moving to the rink, the Mocs ice hockey team has had a great start to their season, and they're being recognized for it. Right winger Will Marshall was awarded College Hockey South's first Star of the Month, netting 15 goals, 11 assists, and 26 points in 6 games played in October. Their winning ways continued this Friday night at the University of North Florida, defeating the Ospreys by a score of 10-2. Center Paul Rigolini led the Mocs in scoring, putting up 4 goals in the contest, while both he and Michael Wall recorded 5-point outings. In net, Jason Cribbs did what he had to do, stopping 15 of 17 North Florida shots, and they'll return to the Lakeland Ice Arena this weekend for 2 games, a Friday night matchup with the USF Bulls and a Saturday night matchup against the Miami Hurricanes. And we will be back next week here on the Snakebite, but in between now and then, make sure to keep up with the last few matchups in Sunshine State Conference play for women's soccer and also for the future of the men's cross-country team and among the other teams like volleyball and how their matchup going in a postseason and in postseason play. I'm Carl and this is James, and we'll see you next week here on the Snakebite.